Welcome to the world of technology and education. My name is Denise Green, and I'm going to take you on a walkthrough of my educational technology internship that I completed over this past year. I'm currently an educational technology student at Loyola University and a kindergarten teacher for Baltimore City. For my internship this year, I decided to conduct monthly professional development meetings with my team to help incorporate one-to-one iPad devices in the classroom. This was our first year actually receiving one-to-one devices, which made it a great opportunity to complete an internship on how to effectively implement these devices. One of our goals at my school is to always focus on literacy and making sure that our students are meeting their goals in regards to literacy education. So one of the main areas we wanted to focus on was using the iPads to help foster those literacy skills with our kindergartners. Now, in my internship, there were some key concepts that really stood out and helped to carry out this internship process. During the meetings, my initial goals were to make sure that I provided resources for my teammates to use with the iPads. I wanted them to feel comfortable with using the iPads in the classroom, and we wanted to make sure that we were focusing on literacy resources to help foster those skills and help differentiate learning for those who need that extra push. So in order to reach those goals, I started off my internship by completing a tech survey. This survey just basically went over if they had ever used iPads before, how comfortable they were with using technology, to get a feel of where my teammates were. Fortunately, most of them had used some type of device in the classroom before and felt very comfortable with implementing it this year. Now, each meeting I created an agenda and I took my survey results and used that to create an agenda and come up with some resources that we found that were free and also able to foster that literacy learning. So on each agenda, we focused on a certain resource. One of the resources we looked at was Seesaw Learning Journal, which was a great way to keep our students' portfolios and gave them the opportunity to read on camera and just to do different things with the app. I created a web page that maintained all of these resources so that way if anyone had a question, if they weren't sure of anything, they could easily go to our page and find the different apps that we talked about. And this way that everyone could find them in one place. We also focused on Sight Words, which was another great app for our students to use. Our district is very generous and purchases Reading A to Z for our students, which allows them to get their own avatars, and teachers can assign work for each student based on their name. So a student has an avatar with their name. Teachers go in, they assign that student whatever work they want done, and immediate feedback is given to the teacher as to whether or not the assignments have been completed. So those were just a couple of apps that we came up with or found to be beneficial in the literacy world. In our school webpage that I created with all of our resources, I made sure to include all of our surveys, the lessons and different examples that I made and could provide to give them help, or also just additional resources that they may want to use for read alouds or different topics. We also worked on a collaborative project this school year, a holiday card exchange project, so I included that information on here as well, and just providing links for our collaboration meetings if they had any questions, which we use Google Hangouts to complete. I also, before completing this internship, I went through and completed an analysis of change paper, and I interviewed current staff in our building. I used Eli's 8 conditions to determine where the faculty was as a whole just by looking at different grade levels and to see how we could make a change before implementing this internship. And in my research, I found that many felt uncomfortable with using technology, and a lot of times it tended to be the veteran teachers who had never had access to those resources and didn't really know how to use it. Most of the new or younger teachers had no problems with using technology, and they were very excited about using it. So I had a good feeling before going into my internship that it may be a pretty easy process as to get people, as far as getting people to adapt to change. But I also knew that there could be some pushback and some that were hesitant to buy in. Overall, we have found that implementing the iPads were very beneficial to our students. It has been very helpful. It allowed for teachers to really differentiate, especially with large class sizes. And now looking back, I've noticed that it was a struggle in the beginning because, our tech department did not allow us to manually upload apps, and we had to always go through someone at the central office, which did really take away from some of the experiences and things that we really wanted to do with our kids. But ultimately, in the end, we've noticed a big change in our students. We may notice how easy it was for us to hold small groups and have them still working on certain skills using the apps that we found. When looking back at the internship I completed, I know that in the future I would love to facilitate more professional development around technology, and hopefully at a district level. I also would like to continue on and become Google certified and attend other ed camps as well to help further my knowledge in the educational technology field. So ultimately, I felt that this internship was beneficial. My teammates bought into it very quickly and were very willing to work with me and ask questions and become very, very involved in the process. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to contact me. I have a form located under the contact page where you can send me a direct email with any questions, concerns, or suggestions that you may have. Thank you very much for watching my internship.